Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Today I want to show some food and beverage issues from the 80s, early 90s, I think is what I'm going to show. So, just kind of what we would call kind of oddball stuff. But before we get to that, I do want to recognize John Donaldson, who has a big Negro star from the early 1900s. He was an incredible pitcher back in the day, and he has been nominated for the from the Era Committee to be in the Hall of Fame, along with Vic Harris. Now, I don't have a card of Vic Harris, but I do have this card of John Donaldson. He was he's a Negro League baseball star card, and I think that's the only one. I don't know if there's anything. This is a Larry Fritz card, and it says. Go ahead and read what it says in the back. In the early years of black baseball, John was a top pitcher. He once pitched 3 consecutive no-hitters and was considered one of the outstanding pitchers of the era. So he actually is the only one that pitched 3 no-hitters. But again, back then, this was even before the Negro Leagues. So he pitched for a lot of teams that were not of high quality. So at the end of his career, he played outfield for the Kansas City Monarchs. And those are the teams that he played with there, the Los Angeles White Sox, Chicago Giants, Indianapolis, and so on and so on. But great pitcher. And hopefully he will be one of these Negro League Hall of Famers in the future. So the other stuff I want to show is just some cards from the early 80s, and this is the 1980 Kellogg's. And the Kellogg cards, again, came in the Kellogg's boxes. So we'll go ahead and share some of the stars from that set. So that's the Mike Schmidt. You can see how the backs. So it's a pretty big set of 80 cards. I have the complete set, but it's just too much to show every one of them. So I'll just show some of the stars. There's the Burt Blyleven. There's George Brett. And these cards are so cool because they are 3D, and I don't know if you could see it here, but they do, you see in the background, and they kind of move there. You got to see them in person. That's the Steve Carlton. And the thing with these cards, you gotta be careful because they crack very easily. So as you see, I put them in the semi-rigid. And what I'll do, first of all, I'll make sure they don't crack, is I'll put them in the little sleeves. And I'll put them kind of together in the sleeve. There's the Dave Parker. Hopefully that's another Hall of Famer there. There's Eddie Murray. So I put them in the sleeves, and I kind of put them together for a little while. And then when I see that they're kind of, because they do bend very easily, there's the Willie Stargell. So I put them in these, not the hard top loaders because they could crack too easy. They always tend to curl. And that's the Reggie Jackson. There's the Carl Yastrzemski. And here comes another candidate from the Era Committee, Steve Garvey. He's also nominated to the Hall of Fame. And I recommend you go back and look at Ray from Philly did a great video on the new people in the Hall of Fame. Dave Winfield, I think there's another one on the list there, or Dave Parker was. Here's Pete Rose. Again, these are pretty cool cards. There's a Carlton Fisk, and they produced them. First year was, I think, 1971. So I've shown some of those. I've got the whole set from 72. I probably should show those too, but I've shown those before. I don't think I've shown these as often. There's the Ted Simmons, Fergie Jenkins. Here's the Tom Seaver. And you know what I like about them is they all have the facsimile autograph on there. They're 3D, so they kind of move. You know, look at the stars. You see the stars on the sides, on the border. borders, how they move back and forth. Well, that's what it does. It has a, it's called a Xeno. Let's go back and take a look what it's called here. Panographics Exograft. It's called an Exograft, 1980 Visual Panographics. So that's what they look like. And there's the Johnny Bench, and there's the Rod Carew. So that's the Kellogg's cards. Some other food issues from the day. I'll share this, and this is the Drake's Big Hitters set, and this is from 1983. Yeah, 1983. So it's got, again, a lot of the big stars of the day, and these are Drake's. So these came in the Drake's cookies, but they were also sold as a set. There's a Rod Carew, Gary Carter, and in this set, many of them are Hall of Famers. You know, you have the Jack Clarks and the Cecil Coopers, but you know, you got the Dwight Evans, big stars back in the day, George Foster. Again, I love that they have the autograph in there. You got the Guerrero, George Hendrick, Bob Horner. One of the big ones in the set is the Reggie. It's a nice Reggie card there. I mean, swinging for the fences. You got Steve Kemp, Dave Kingman, Bill Matlock. So I'll just share the whole set. It's a small set. Gary Matthews, Al McRae, Dale Murphy, Eddie Murray. So if you're a player collector, you definitely want to pick these up. And you can get them for pennies. You know, I mean, they're not that expensive. There's Jim Rice. But they are definitely way less produced than the 83 Tops. You know, so you can get this Cal Ripken, you know, for just a couple of bucks. Pete Rose, or even less. I don't even know what it is, but they're definitely available in less quantities than the Topps cards. But they do look like the Topps cards in the back, so you see. But they have the Drake's logo up there. So you see the Drake's. A little goose up there. Jason Thompson. And for my friend, Mookie Chilson, there's the Mookie Wilson card. So you got to pick this one up, Mook. You see the Drake's down there. It's like the Drake's Big Hitter. You got the Willie Wilson, Dave Winfield. Of course, you got Yaz. He's in all these sets. And you got another Hall of Famer, Robin Yount. So that's the Drake's set. Let's take a look at another, let's see, we'll go on to the cereals, another cereal set here. Let me just close this little box of Drake's here. There we go. Let's look at the Post. The Post, these are the Post cereal. The first collector series, and I think this is a 90, yeah, this may be a 1990. Yeah, this is a 1990, but we'll look at it because this got some pretty big stars of the day, and that's the Post cereal. Don Mattingly, you got Roger Clemens, and that's a nice Roger Clemens there, and you can see it in the back. You know, it's got his facsimile autograph in there. You got the Post logo up there. And nice cards, tough to find, to get in good condition because of the red in the back. There's the Kirby Puckett. There's the George Brett, Tony Gwynn, Ozzie Smith, Will Clark. Now these, what I don't understand is that they were MLB approved, but they don't have the logo, so I think that the teams didn't approve it. But I think that there's a Darryl Strawberry, and that was the Ryan Sandberg. There's a nice Nolan Ryan there, so I don't know why they just whited out all the team logos, even though it does say Texas Rangers, and it was an MLB approved set. So there's Mark McGwire, Jim Abbott, the one-handed pitcher. Here's a Bo Jackson card you don't see too often. Kevin Mitchell. There's Canseco. He was a big star. There's Wade Boggs. You got Dale Murphy. You got Mark Grace. So you got a lot of cool guys in there. And you got the Ripken card in there. You got Pedro Guerrero. The big card really from the set is this Griffey Jr., which is really a second-year Griffey. It's a see there it is, second-year Griffey. So that's probably the biggest card from the set. You do have Eric Davis, and then you do have another Ricky Henderson, Robin Yount. There's a lot of Hall of Famers here. Got Vaughn Hayes, you got Alan Trammell. You got a nice card of Gooden, Doc Gooden, and Joe Carter rounds out this post-serial set. So we got a couple of cereal, we got the Drakes, we got the Kellogg's. Let's share some of, how about this little set? Coca-Cola and Amico, the ultimate all-stars. So we'll take a look at this little set here. And this is really cool because this is made by, it's a Coca-Cola, but it's made by Action Pact. And they were distributed at the Amico Oil Company for gasoline and service station services. So this is the Action Pact. And these are more Hall of Famer, old-time Hall of Famers. And this set is, I don't even know what year it is. It's a 1993, so it's a pretty new set, 1994 set. Pretty new, but it's pretty cool because it's the Action Pack. So the Action Pack, the good thing about it is that it's kind of like it's like indented there, you see that? Which was a cool thing back in the day. So it's embossed, it's like embossed. So it kind of has like a 3D effect. So they're really cool. There's Yogi Berra. There's Lou Brock, really awesome pictures. I just love this set because it's got some of the best pictures and it's embossed. So you can see it's almost like a 3D. You gotta kind of see it in person, almost like a 3D effect with these Action Packed. But the best thing is just, you got a lot of the veterans in their old time uniforms. You got Ralph Kiner over here. You got Al Kaline. You got Lou Boudreau, Bobby Doerr, Gaylord Perry. So nice pictures that you really don't see, I mean, like this, Monty Irvin. Nice photograph, nice set. It's got the gold type border and it's got the embossing, which gives it like a 3D effect. If you touch it, it's a 3D. So cool cards. There's the George Kell, Robin Roberts, the Big Cat, Johnny Mize, Enos Slaughter, Warren Spahn. Great picture of Warren Spahn there. Willie Stargell. And you got Billy Williams. So some cool stuff there from Action Pact. The Ultimate All-Stars from Amico. So let's see. So I just kind of went through my boxes. I have so many of these small little sets. I figured I'd show some of these. And here's a set from McDonald's, 1993 McDonald's. And this set, my understanding was produced only in Canada. So you can see it's MVP McDonald's. So these were McDonald's. This is the Cal Ripken. And you can see in the back how it says Donruss. And then it's got the MLB and then the McDonald's logo on that. So it's a 26 card set. And again, it was distributed in Canada. But it's got some cards that, you don't see too often. Like this Frank Thomas kind of jumping up there. This is I guess a third year Frank Thomas. Nice George Brett. just want to show some cards that, you know, you maybe hadn't seen, you know, like this Nolan Ryan. You know, he's got the ball down there. You know, just a little different, the Ryan Sandberg. So these are a little bit different than the regular Donruss cards that they produced back in the days. They're definitely different. They all have different photos. But, and I actually like these pictures a little bit better than the regular Donruss cards, which are not that nice. There's the Roger Clemens, Sandy Alomar Jr., there's the Robin Yount. So you just wanted to share some kind of cool Jimmy Key, there's Barry Larkin, a lot of Hall of Famers with some really cool shots. Wanted to share some cards from the 80s, 90s that are kind of oddball, I guess. You know, this is the McDonald's ones. There's Will Clark. Give you guys a look at some stuff that just not something you see all the time. Very inexpensive. I mean, you can, Kirby Puckett fans can buy this for, maybe it's a quarter card. Look at this Griffey. Again, that's the best one from the set. Usually is going to be the Griffey. Just a cool card. Not one that you see very often out there, but relatively inexpensive. It's the Canadian McDonald's cards. Jeff Bagwell, Howard Johnson. There's the Ozzie Smith. And then with that came also special inserts, which were these, which were the MVP glossy type cards. And there's also a set of that. And again, these were from McDonald's. You can see there, McDonald's Restaurants of Canada. I think I'm missing the #1 card in this one as far as the inserts. I'll go to ComC and pick that up. But this says this promotional is licensed. So this is card #2. So they're a little different. You see, they're kind of the glossier versions of them, full color. But again, they were distributed the same, you know, I think these were at the same time or maybe a little bit before. I'm not real sure, but Jack Morris, they're McDonald's. You can see McDonald's MVP. Tom Hemke. And these were really, I think, only of the Toronto players. So you see the insert ones are all players from Toronto. A special version, I guess, of them. So that's kind of what I wanted to share for today. And just hope you guys like these little sets. I have so many of them. I think I'm gonna go and just kind of start sharing some of these, give you guys options, and so you can see different types of things that are available out there. Because, you know, this hobby has so much to offer. So many different kinds of cards and sets and things from everything from, you know, gas, drinks, cereals, McDonald's, and so on. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. If there's any sets out there that you think are really cool and want to share, you know, just put that in the comments and let me know. And if I've got them, I'll share them. And if not, I'll go through and pick up a few more to just kind of share some of these little, what we call, Rick calls oddball sets. And last thing I want to say is congratulations, John Mangini, for being president of the hobby. That's awesome, well-deserved. And Alex being the I guess the vice president or the first lady. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Please like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you on the next one.